Hello students, I am Seetu Jaiswal, your English teacher. Today I am going to teach you a story from your English book Moments. The name of this story is The Adventures of Toto, which is written by Ruskin Bond. Students, in today's class, you will know about the author of this lesson, you will know about the theme of this lesson, you will know about the main characters of this lesson, you will know about the message given in this lesson. In today's class, you will be able to improve your vocabulary and you will know the answers of the questions based on this lesson. So students, first of all, we will know about the author of this lesson. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author of British descent. He was born in May 19, 1934 in Kasauli, Punjab. He lives with his adopted family in Landhar, Mussoorie, India. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the development of children's literature in India. He was awarded Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992, Padma Shri in 1999 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. Students, before starting the lesson, I would like to ask you some questions. What are pets for? Yes, a pet or a companion animal is an animal which is primarily kept for a person's company or for his entertainment rather than as a working animal. Do you have a pet? Is your pet mischievous? Yes, many of you would have pets at home and many pets are really very mischievous. In this story, The Adventures of Toto, we are going to read about a naughty monkey named Toto. The title does arouse the curiosity to know about Toto. It indicates directly at the central theme as well as at the protagonist. Protagonist means the main character in a film, book or play. The story is about Toto, the pet baby monkey and his numerous adventures. Theme. Students, the theme of this story deals with the experience of having a wild animal as a pet. The narrator's grandfather brought home a monkey called Toto as he felt pity for the monkey. But the monkey created a lot of trouble for its owner and finally grandfather had to get rid of him. The experience of an animal lover is depicted in this story. Thus the theme deals with the interaction between humans and the animals. Students, main characters. There are two main characters in this story, the writer's grandfather and the monkey named Toto. Grandfather, the narrator's grandfather was fond of animals. He had a great collection of animals in his zoo. He was a kind-hearted man. He felt pity on Toto, a monkey. So he bought him from a Tonga driver for 5 rupees. But since Toto was a wild animal, he could not have a peaceful life and created a lot of trouble to narrator's family. So grandfather returned Toto to its previous owner. Toto the monkey. Toto was a beautiful little monkey. He was with a Tonga driver. Grandfather brought him home. But Toto created a lot of mischiefs and brought so much trouble in the house. So grandfather had to return Toto to the Tonga driver. Students, the message. This story gives us the lesson that we should respect animals and keep them in comfort. Sometimes we carried away by their prettiness and tempted to keep them as pets. But one should not keep animals as pets until one has sufficient information and skill to handle them. Thus, this lesson gives a message about animal rights and animal welfare. Now students, I am going to read the story, The Adventures of Toto. All of you pay attention to me and enjoy this story. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright, shiny eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks, also served as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. Students, here is the meaning of difficult words. Trough. Trough means a long shallow container from which animals eat or drink. Mischief means naughtiness. Frightened means afraid or scared. Scoop up, to lift something or somebody quickly. Now students, we will see the usage of these words. Trough. He filled the trough with hay for his horse. Mischief. This little girl is full of mischief. Frightened. He was frightened and ready to cry. Scoop up. Use both hands to scoop up the leaves. Students, the writer's grandfather purchased a monkey from a Tonga driver by paying 5 rupees to him. The monkey had bright shiny eyes. His teeth were like pearls, and he had a long tail. His tail was like a third hand for him because it helped him to lift anything which was out of his hand's reach and to hang from the branch of a tree. Grandmother always fussed when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. I wondered what grandmother would say, but grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. Students, the meaning of difficult words. First means worried or excited. Secret means something kept hidden. Closet means cupboard or wardrobe. Released means set free. Shreds means cut into thin slices. Now students, here is the uses of these words. First, He was not at all fussed about being fired. Secret. I want to keep this a secret. Closet. Hang your overcoat in the closet. Released. The judge released the prisoner. Shreds. You can tear an opponent to shreds with your tongue. Toto was kept a secret from grandmother because she did not like the habit of grandfather of bringing home new pets. So, Toto was kept in a little cupboard in the writer's bedroom. After some time, when writer and grandfather went to Toto, they were shocked to see the mess Toto has created there. He had torn the writer's blazer and he had torn the decorative wallpaper in the writer's bedroom. But grandfather was quite happy at Toto's performance. He is clever, said grandfather. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. His presence in the house still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. An exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. Here, escape means to get free. Trip means journey. Abode means home or residence. Curious means eager to know or learn something. Now, the uses of these words: escape. A lion has escaped from its cage. Trip. I enjoyed my trip to Shimla. Abode. I want to have my abode in hills. Curious. They were very curious to know more about Jaya. Students, Toto was shifted to a big cage in the servants' quarters where all the grandfather's animals lived together. But Toto created troubles for them. He did not let them sleep peacefully. So, when grandfather had to go to Saharanpur to collect his pension, he decided to take him along. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. The poor man was taken aback, but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you? You'll have to pay for it accordingly." Here, turnstile means a type of mechanical gate. Poked means to prod or push. Grin means a broad smile. Annoyance means irritation, anger to know or learn something. Uses: turnstile. The two turnstiles into the stadium are in this zone. I poked my head out of the door to see what was going on. Grin. She appeared, grinning cheerfully. Annoyance. She couldn't suppress her annoyance. Students, when grandfather reached at Saharanpur station, the ticket collector caught Toto and he classified him as a dog and charged 3 rupees for its fare. In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. Then grandfather, just to get his own back, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look and said, "No charge, it's not a dog." When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause, pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. Here, vain means an unsuccessful attempt. Quadruped means an animal which has 4 feet, especially a mammal. To take his own back means to take revenge. Triumphant means victorious. Prodded means to push or press somebody or something. Uses. Vain. He tried in vain to stop the water flow. Quadruped. This little girl likes to walk on her knees and hands like a quadruped. To take his own back. You would find a way to take your own back. Triumphant. Rita gave me a triumphant look. Prodded. Mohan prodded his thoughts. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. He had fastened onto her long ears with his sharp little teeth. Toto and Nana never became friends. A great treat for Toto during cold winter evenings was the large bowl of warm water given him by grandmother for his bath. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath, first one foot, then the other, as he had seen me doing, until he was into the water up to his neck. Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feelings would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. Here, jerked means to move with a sudden sharp movement. Treat means something special or enjoyable that you pay for or give to somebody or yourself. Cunning means clever. Here uses of these words: jerk, she jerked the door open. Treat, she treats her servants politely. Cunning, he is more cunning than you. Students, the writer is recollecting about Toto's mischiefs. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle. This was just fine for a while until the water began to boil. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandmother arrived and hauled him half-boiled out of the kettle. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. Whenever one of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. Students, Toto liked to take bath in warm water during winter season. One day, he almost boiled himself when he jumped into the kettle of boiling water. One day, at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw a plate at her. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree, the dish still in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing every grain. And then, in order to spite grandmother who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. Students, one day Toto ate the family meal of pulao and threw the dish from the tree and broke it. Here, hauled means pull or drag with effort or force. Spite means a desire to hurt, annoy or offend someone. Screamed means to cry out loudly in a high voice because you are afraid, excited, angry or in pain. The uses of these words: hauled, they hauled the boat up onto the beach. Spite, Megha did it just to spite him. Screamed, she screamed on seeing the spider on her pillow. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandfather realized that we were not well-to-do and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains and wallpaper. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. Students, the mischiefs of Toto increased day by day, and finally grandfather had realized that he could not afford the frequent losses of dishes, clothes and wallpapers. So grandfather returned Toto to its previous owner for only 3 rupees. Here, well-to-do means wealthy. Afford means to have enough money or time for something. Frequent means often. Uses: well-to-do. Mohan belongs to a well-to-do family. Afford: I cannot afford your expenses. Frequent: he is a frequent visitor to this place. Now students, here are the questions based on this story. Where did grandfather have Toto? How much had he to pay for him? Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. Where was Toto kept to keep his presence a secret from grandmother? Toto was kept in a cupboard in the narrator's room, tied securely to a peg. Why did the ticket collector insist on calling Toto a dog? The ticket collector didn't accept grandfather's claim that Toto was not a dog. He called it a dog and charged a ticket fee for it because only dogs were allowed to travel on trains. When grandmother accepted Toto, where was he given home? When Toto was accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in stable. How did grandfather get rid of Toto? Grandfather realized that Toto was not the kind of pet they could keep for long. So he found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. Now students, here is the mind mapping. Through mind mapping, we will understand and organize the order of events of this story. The story starts when grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. Next, Toto was a pretty monkey. His tail served as a third hand. Next, Toto was kept as a secret from grandmother. After this, grandfather put him away in a little closet where he made a complete mess. Grandfather decided to take Toto along with him to Saharanpur. Grandmother accepted Toto and he was given a comfortable place. Toto was extremely mischievous, so grandfather sold it back to Tonga driver. Now students, this is the mind mapping. Now students, here is the recapitulation work. Multiple choice type questions. Here are the statements followed by 4 possible alternatives or answers. We will choose the right one. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to. The alternatives are his Tonga, a feeding trough, nowhere, a tree. Which is the right answer? A feeding trough. Next one is grandfather believed that a tail would add to. Which is the right alternative? To anyone's good looks. A. Who was Nana? Yes students, who was Nana? Nana was the family donkey in grandfather's house. So this is the right answer. What did the ticket collector classify Toto as? As a dog, as a monkey, as a reptile, as a lizard? Yes, as a dog. Who is the writer of this story? Students, I have told you about the author of this story. Ruskin Bond is the writer of this story. Grandfather sold Toto back to the Tonga driver for only 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 3 rupees or 5 rupees. Which is the right answer? 3 rupees. Now students, these are the multiple choice type questions to recapitulate the story. Students, here are true false statements. We will see whether these statements are true or false. Toto was bought from a Tonga driver for 5 rupees. This is true or false? Yes, this is true. This is true. Toto was a pretty parrot. Yes, this is true or false? This is false. Because Toto was a pretty monkey. When grandfather brought home some new bird or animal, grandmother became happy. It is false. Toto's tail added to his good looks. Yes, this is true. Toto was friendly to his companions in the cage. No, it is wrong. So, this would be false. Before entering the water, Toto cleverly checked the temperature with his hands. This is true. They were well-to-do people and could easily afford frequent loss. This is true or false statement? This is Pause. So students, this is your recapitulation work. Students, this is a humorous and adventurous story of a naughty monkey named Toto. Now, here is a homework for you to do at home. All of you please note down it. How does Toto come to grandfather's private zoo? Describe in brief. Describe Toto's look and make a list of books written by Ruskin Bond. Students, I hope all of you have understood this story and enjoyed it. Thank you.